Go.
Now everybody knows that I love to drink. This one right here is hard to drink because it's so many licorice. He put awesomeness in here. It's called the 7 C's. It's not even on the menu. It's a secret drink. And now him and I are friends, and he's gonna come and hang out with us tonight, maybe. Hey, let's go.
What's up, everybody? It's Neverland Nate coming at you live from the aquarium where I'll be swimming. I am always joined by my counterpart, I was going to say too many swear words, so here's Skipper Sean.
So if you're in the aquarium, does that mean I'm in hell, burning in fire?
Yep. Well,
Nice.
Your hair's on fire. Your hair is definitely on fire.
I mean, it's true. It's true. It was actually hot like 10 minutes ago. Now it's pretty nice outside. Nice breeze.
I opened up 2 of my blinds to let the breeze, because there's we're getting that breeze over here too. Quick catch up. What's up, everybody? Sorry that we didn't go live last week. We were up at Wisconsin, and I am not good with time changes, especially when I don't time change. And at 8:20, which I thought was 7:20, I looked at Sean and I go, "Hey, Sean, we got to get ready to go live soon." He goes, "Nate, fucking 8:20." I was like, and that's why I put the post up saying sorry, our bad. It was
we were drunk again.
Yes, we were definitely representing not the Disney part, but we were definitely representing the drunk dad part. Well, the drunk part and the dad part, and then we were drunk dads.
Yeah.
Before we get into all that, we're going to tell you guys some funny stories. You're going to hear about my injury that I'm still dealing with. I've been back for almost a week now. We wanted to give a shout out to our sponsors, because we don't really do that, except for Scotty. We talk to Scotty all the time. You guys have seen Scotty. Scotty's Handmade Vodka. And if you guys saw the post I made today of the video that he did about him not making it with his feet, so at least you know that he's actually making it with his hands. Oh my goodness, hold on. We have a bunch of people. Yep, let's fucking go. That, my man, that's gotta be Frank. That's gotta be Frank Anastasia from Sweet Cups. The Tiki Bar Madness.
Tiki.
Chris Gunn. What's happening, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. So Scotty's one of our awesome sponsors. He was actually our first sponsor.
Really good vodka too. It really is.
Yeah, it's great vodka. And we had some at my last day at Polynesian when I was with Dave. Dave brought some down. The other one I want to tell you guys about, and this isn't like a plug to have you guys like run out and do something. Grant and Patton Cigar Club. So if you've got an uncle, grandfather, brother-in-law, brother, sister, whoever, anybody in your family that smokes cigars, this is probably the best deal. And from somebody who, I don't smoke cigars a lot, but when I do, I like to enjoy them. So I usually go down to Disney Springs, which is a great little shop too, but it's mail order and it comes to you in 2 days. Okay. This is our 3rd package that we've gotten from them. And I just wanted to show you guys what you get when you order from them. It's very inexpensive. So if you go to Grant and Patton's website, I had to open it because I only had a screwdriver in here and I didn't want to like sit here and tussle with it the whole time. So you get anywhere from 2 to 3 cigars, and they're really good cigars. This is called Kill Shot, and the other one is El Santo. One's from Providencia. They're both from Providencia, so maybe that's their sponsor this week. But they're not the short little stubby ones, that you pay $15-16 a piece for. They're actually really good cigars. I had one the other night. You get handwritten notes from the people. You get sticker. That's a really cool sticker. That's going to go on my thing.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. And then Espinosa sticker as well. So I want to thank Nathan Martin for that, for the hookup on the Grant and Patton Cigar Club. Another one I want to talk about is that guy right there, Burning in Hell. That's Sean. Sean is now almost to the point where he's getting too busy with the transportation down here. Airport rides, park to park rides, pretty much anywhere you need to go within the Orlando proper area. He does go up to Sanford. The big turtle behind me. But really, cheaper than Uber or Lyft. He's banana rum. Oh, that's Frank. I don't have the bamboo in front of me, but I'm drinking pineapple rum. Right, where did I put it?
I actually had 2 cocktails tonight. Hey.
Yep, Cutwater. Sean's drinking the dark. I'm drinking the pineapple flavored. If you've never heard of Bali High Rum,
I think it with root beer. It's actually really good with root beer. So I have my Bali High root beer, and I have my Scotties and water with fruit punch meal.
Nice. I am drinking Coke Zero and the pineapple Bali High Rum. Me, obviously, I'm a travel agent. I do that stuff to help everybody go wherever they need to go. Disney, Universal, all-inclusives, cruises, whatever it may be. If you want to go to Ireland for a couple of weeks, let me know. I can show you a bunch of stuff. But I wanted to show you guys this because I'm not kind of proud of it, but I'm really proud of it. So this is the mug collaboration that I was asked to be a part of. I did this with Walden Tiki, who's also Chris Henneberry. This is his first mug that he made. It is a Headhunter Bob.
Pretty awesome.
And if you look on the bottom, that's my initial, NA, as he asked me for creative advice on making this mug. And it is
non-alcoholic, like it was for like soda.
What's that?
That's non-alcoholic.
Right.
Yeah. But if you want to pretend it's your initials, we can do that too.
Yeah. Non-alcoholic Nate. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And there was something else. I didn't tell Sean about this beforehand, but I wanted to tell you guys about a couple of games that we play. And if you're in Wisconsin, you don't have any choice but to play it. If you don't have it, it's called Bar Dice. You get a little shaker cup like this. You get it on Amazon, and you play with 5 dice. If you guys have questions about it, send us a message. We'll tell you the basic rules about it. But it's a fun game. You can play it with as many people as you possibly want. But when you're in Wisconsin and you're sitting at the bar, you don't know everybody at the bar. So the bartender will play multiple games. Loser buys shots for everybody who's playing is pretty much the premise of that. And then there's this game, and it only costs $10. Everybody go to Amazon and buy it. It's the penny game.
It's actually made out of with the company out of Florida. It's like a local mom and pop shop company. Pretty cool.
Usually you play it for money, but we play it for shots. So if you're really trying to get after it real quick, it's all you need to do is put 10 pennies in here and get it comes with its own dice, which is excited. And we can tell you about that game too. We just don't want to do it tonight. Maybe this week or at some point we'll do a little tutorial and put out a little video for you guys to check out about how to play those games. So now let's go up to Wisconsin. Sean and Carrie had their 10-year wedding anniversary up in Wisconsin. We went up there. There was a lot of confusion about how I was getting my 15-year-old son, but we ended up just flying him out to Wisconsin because that was the easiest thing for us to do, and we had such a blast. A lot of porch bears sitting on Sean's dad's and his stepmom's porch and just hanging out. The weather was gorgeous. It was mid to upper 70s every day. There was a breeze pretty much every day, and big, nice covered porch. And that's what we did during the day.
I do have to give a shout out to my sister Nicole for watching all 18 million kids all week long and weekend. Thank you, Nicole. Like, you were a lifesaver. And also Mom for watching the kids and for the multiple Uber rides that she gave me all week long.
And shout out to Vic for her hospitality and letting my family stay there. And Sean and Carrie hung out there too. And I think Brian even crashed once or twice on a couch or on a bed somewhere. Pull tabs. Yeah. If you guys don't know what pull tabs are, you'll learn. You've seen them in one of our other videos over at Sean's place.
I don't think I have any around right now.
I don't think we can show them, right? Isn't that against the law or something like that?
I mean, I don't know.
Because everything we do is so
for entertainment purposes only.
Right. Just for show. You don't want money. So let's talk about Wisconsin. We went to about as many bars in Green Bay as we possibly could. I'm not going to say that we went to every one because there's more bars in Green Bay, Wisconsin than there are Dunkin' Donuts in Providence, Rhode Island. So if you can kind of put your head around that literally every corner, and then there's one in between every corner. But huge shout out to Badger State.
Yep, I actually got I got my Badger State.
Yeah, that thing's badass. I should have grabbed that.
Format. Thank you, Brian, for that.
Yeah, I wear my hat every day. Obviously, I wear hats every day just because my hair is.
A shout out to a couple of the bars that we went to. Simonette's, which is my bar that I pretty much grew up in. It's like my family bar. A great place. It's like a sports bar. We went there quite a bit. A lot of fun. Just relax, lay back. Napoli's, which is fun. A lot of good bar food there at Napoli's. Roundabout. It was
Roundabout.
funny. Nate met the owner, Amy, of Roundabout, and it was hilarious because they started talking about Boston and like all that area. And out of nowhere, they both ended up with Boston accents. And the more they talked, the worse they got. And I was just laughing my ass off.
The more we drank, the worse it got. The accents got worse, of course,
And then also Replay, where we had our anniversary party. It's an amazing spot. So if you're in Green Bay, check out Replay out in De Pere. It has an awesome.
Don't bring balloons to Replay. If you're having your party outside, don't bring balloons. We'll tell
at
you.
Least time down.
We're gonna give all of our shout outs too. And then what was the bar I liked?
You liked Sardine Can.
Oh, I did like.
Yep.
Yeah, I like Sardine Can.
And, the other bar we went to, which was awesome, there's Cropsies, which was a great bar.
Yep.
I won a pull tab there, won $100 there, and then a really great bar, Rum Runners. Great drink. On Sundays, they have an awesome Bloody Mary bar. So they basically give you a glass of vodka and ice, and then you go to the little station and you make your own Bloody Mary. And they have all the fixins, they have all the different Bloody Mary mixes and stuff. So definitely check out Rum Runners, especially on a Sunday. They have live music all the time and stuff, and it's pretty cool.
And then what was the Bloody Mary bar that we went to that gave you everything, including the kitchen sink?
So that was Smash on the Rocks in Algoma. I don't know if Nate has pictures of it, but this thing is huge. Like you literally get a brat, a burger, a pretzel, an egg, corn on the cob, chicken wings.
Like a full brat in a bun is on top of your Bloody Mary. A full salted pretzel is on there. A donut, a full big donut, fried chicken, chicken tenders, fruit, a corn dog.
Yep, you just get everything in Bloody Mary, and you don't even have to get a Bloody Mary if you don't like Bloody Marys, like I don't. You can get like a summer Hummer, a screwdriver. You can just get a soda with it. Like
get soda. Yep.
Yeah, you can pretty much get whatever you want.
You get it with like root beer or something like that, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then another great bar that we went to a lot. If you want to get messed up and have a good time, BB's on Main Street. We all like. I love Ben and Tawny are great. The owners, you'll definitely have a good time at BB. So if you're in Green Bay area, check out all those bars. They're fantastic, and they will definitely take care of you.
I want to follow that out with a huge shout out to BB's. I went in there because, not because, but I was looking for a specific shirt that somebody was wearing when we went to a place where Sean was meeting some old coworkers, and there was a guy there who was wearing a BB's shirt, and it was fantastic. It fit my persona perfectly, like the front, just the way it was laid out. It was almost like a 50s kind of shooting retro Back to the Future kind of logo to it. So I went in there looking for that shirt, and they opened up the whole case, and we went through every single shirt in there, and they were like, sorry, we're all sold out. So we stayed there, I think, for the entire night pretty much.
Yeah, we did.
And then at the end of the night, the owner came over and he gave us each 10 air fresheners, lanyards. He threw a shirt at me. It wasn't the shirt, but he threw one of their shirts at me. Didn't charge me for anything. So he gave us $50 or $60 worth of stuff just for being there. And that was the bar where I saw Bar Dice play the most, because there were two bartenders, the husband and wife owners, and they were both playing 2 to 3 games at a time with the bar. And
people don't believe me. Like when I told people that you could easily do 50 plus shots a night as a bartender in Green Bay, and people are like, there's no way. You can, because you play multiple games of Bar Dice at once, and then you do a shot after each game, and then when those games are done, you start all over again, and you do it hours long. So
sometimes the game is between the bartender and 1 patron. Sometimes it's a bartender and 2 patrons. Sometimes it's 10 patrons and the bartender. But because they know how to play, and everybody up in Wisconsin is very privy to the game, it goes very, very fast. Yep. And like that, loser buys all the shots for everybody. But the thing about the shots and drinks up in Wisconsin, they are next to nothing. I mean, you're talking $1.50 and $2 domestics. Shots, they would charge you $2.50 maybe. It's not you're not. I think the highest tab I had when we were up there was $90, and that was for buying drinks for everyone there for 4 or 5 hours. We went to Sean's old bar, so Sean and Carrie used to own a bar up there. We went there. It's a wine bar run by a very odd. It's just an odd establishment. It's an old firehouse, and it's haunted, and it's Kenneth? What's his name? Kenny. There's a spirit called Kenny that hangs out there. If you believe it or not, he's there. I didn't see him, but the stories that I was being told made me think he was standing over my shoulder listening. And the very first thing we did there was we went to Polka Days.
Yes.
I was never a polka fan. I listened to a lot of ska, so I'm used to horns and guitars and quick riffs and heavy bass and things like that. And good polka, that's what it is. It's basically a ska band, and they sing about totally different things. But the Polka Days parade, they shut down a main street, if you will, very small little town looking thing with combines coming down the street and John Deere's. Your mom corrected me. They're not combines. They're John Deere's.
Yep.
Like a trailer came by with like people playing full polka, everybody singing, and then they had tents set up, and all the beers were $2, I think, and they just had a tent of just beers. There was 8 to 10 people serving beers, and they couldn't keep up. Like everybody there just loves to just go for it. And that's also the first time we had the burgers from, what was that convenience store gas station? Quick Trip. Great place. If you've never been to a Quick Trip, if you think of Sheetz, if you think of, that type Buc-ee's, that kind of idea, that's what this place was like. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Wisco peeps know how to drink. Look, they'll learn you. Let me tell you something, because, I started a group called the Drunk Disney Dads, and they definitely made me sit down and check myself quite a few times. You don't know nothing. You know nothing. All right, so we did Polka Days. We stayed there for quite a few hours. They had moon bounces for the kids, tons of things for the kids to do. So they only served beer inside the grounds, if you will, which was just like a 2x4 entry booth kind of a thing where you just walked in. There wasn't even anybody standing there. We went there. We have, oh man. Then the good polka started, and the place was packed, and everybody was doing the polka. Now, if you think you can dance, you can't, because you haven't tried to polka. Carrie helped me about a quarter of the way around. I was not a very big dance floor at all, and it wasn't even a dance floor. It was just in between posts that were holding the tent up, and it was just, I was out of breath. I was dying. I couldn't breathe. But these people are swinging each other. You got 80-year-olds like going for it, having a great time. But the bands were great. They kept switching off bands every half hour. You're right, Zach. I am a butthead. That was Jay Gordon. What's up, Jay? How are you? With COVID, we all know how to drink. Okay. With COVID, without COVID, depends on if you can taste or not, I guess, and what you describe drinking as being. So then there was the incident, and
the incident.
So we were staying at Sean's aunt Vic's house, and she has a very dark staircase with no handrails, and the steps were carpeted, but slick carpet, I guess you would call, like the real matted down kind of carpet. And I had gone to the bathroom, and I'm coming down the stairs. I'm like, doot. And next thing I know, my feet are over my head. I did the tuck because I was like, well, I guess I'm falling now. And I rolled down the stairs. I've never fallen down.
Literally somersault down the stairs.
I definitely did a somersault and slammed into a wall pretty dang hard, banged my head pretty decently. But the only thing that got damaged was my entire left rib cage. And I have a big bruise on my butt that looks like I got shot with like a pellet or something. So I'm still ass over tea kettle. Yep. Horse apiece.
I literally, so Brian, Carrie, my wife, Ray, and myself were downstairs, and we saw it happen. Yeah. And he was just laying on the floor moaning for a good half hour, and we couldn't get up to check on him because we were on the ground crying and laughing so hard over the incident.
Heard you weren't even on the ground. I heard that Sean was in the other room with his face like this up against the wall, crying, laughing. I was probably on the ground for like 6 or 7 minutes, but because it just hurt, and I banged my head really, really hard, so I was a little bit dizzy. But then Sean came over, being a doctor, and checked me out to make sure that everything wasn't.
Does this hurt? Had him pushing on random ribs and
that everything wasn't broken. So I stood up, and Carrie said, "Do you want a beer?" And I said, "Well, of course." So I drank a beer, and I did some stretches, and I was like, "Oh yeah, okay, all right, I'm okay now. I'm stretching out. All right, everything's fine." And I woke up the next morning not being able to get out of bed. I thought that I had broken every bone in my body. but you got to troop right through it. Wow, a proctologist too. That's amazing. I didn't know that about you, Sean. And Reagan did not fall. You're right.
That was a nice way of saying I'm an asshole.
Right. No, you
You too, Zach.
specialize in the study of. No, Reagan only falls at SeaWorld, and I don't know why. Her nickname is Orca, so it's kind of fitting that we do like to go to SeaWorld. And there was a comment today that I saw on a post that said that SeaWorld is desperate because of all the things that they give their pass holders. No, they're not desperate. They're very smart. We barely got into SeaWorld the other day. It's been packed every single day. It's probably the better known park for roller coasters and the way that they take care of their pass members. We've told you guys before, it's 40% off of all merchandise and 20% off all food and drinks if you're an annual pass holder. So it's actually the best benefit there is. And their annual pass is under $400 a person. So, I did. I drank. I saw you at the party. I definitely drank it off. Let's see. What else did we do well? Oh, we went to Lambeau Field.
Yes, we did.
So not only is Lambeau Field iconic, I was a Green Bay Packer fan for a long time, many moons ago. And once Brett Favre left, I kind of just, it's not like I said, I didn't have a reason to flip on the TV anymore because that's who I wanted to watch. I just really like the way he plays. Lambeau Field, iconic, beautiful. Their screens are in there are like better than real life. Like you can't see that good out of your own eyes how good the screens are that are in there.
We got lucky though, because at Lambeau Field normally you can't go in the actual bowl. You can go in the atrium entrance area, but they don't let you go in the bowl. But it just so happened when we were there, they had the shareholder meeting. Because we don't know, Green Bay Packers is owned by the citizens of Green Bay. You can buy shares of stock into the Packers. If you own said stock, you get to go to the shareholder meeting once a year. And since I am an owner of the Green Bay Packers, we had tickets. So we were able to go inside the bowl to show them like how small the seats are and how cramped you have to get inside there and how uncomfortable the metal seats are when it's freezing cold.
It's not seats. It's a bench with numbers on it. And those numbers, look, 6'1", about 195 pounds. I can barely fit on one of the numbers. I can't imagine anyone who's has a bigger physique than me sitting next to me and there's no lines dividing these numbers. It's just like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way down. There's actually no seats. And Sean was telling me that it gets so cold, and it's obviously metal bench seats, and you can't bring anything in there but a piece of cardboard that you put your feet on the ground so that your feet don't freeze. Like that's crazy. That's cold. The other thing that I liked about that is there is a brewery right outside of Lambeau Field. What was the name of that place, Sean?
Hinterland Brewery.
Yep. Great drinks. They had a mango passion fruit. I don't know if it was a seltzer or if it was an IPA, but it tasted like mango and passion fruit. It didn't taste like, you know how they add additives to make it taste, or it tastes like an extract. It tasted just like fruit. Everybody there enjoyed it. But they have a place for the kids, it's incredible. It's a whole park designated just for the kids and, people. They have a 40-yard dash that you can do where they time you. They have a timer, so you step on the platform you step up to the line, and it gives you like a countdown, and then you run and see how fast you can do a 40-yard dash. They have a full football field, like a full-size football field with goalposts at the end, so kids can run out there and play. They have a big hill that the kids can run up and then run down, and you can just go up to the top and hang out. There was a lot of production there, so they show movies at night. They had 3 playgrounds, I think it was, and all playgrounds with like that rubbery, the ground almost like a track, so that if the kids fall, they didn't really get all that hurt. Okay, it was a seltzer, but it didn't taste like seltzery. It didn't taste like that artificial sugar kind of a thing. Zach says, I'll stick with Disney because my fat ass can't get on the rides at SeaWorld. Okay. Yes, you can, actually. You're not that big. I saw bigger people there getting on rides, and we do twice a week, pretty much. Pat Canning, good evening. It is good to see you. So Sean and Carrie flew up there because their kids were already up there. We drove. So Ray and I and Kellen and Finn all took the drive through. On the way up, it was 1,296 miles. On the way back, it was 1,404 miles, just because we took two different highways, because 75 was pretty backed up on the way down. But we were able to drive through. So on the way up, we did Georgia. So you go Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, and then
Illinois.
What's that?
Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin.
And yeah, you're not in Illinois for long at all, though. I mean, you go through pretty much through Chicago, but not like, well, I guess, yeah, kind of downtown Chicago almost. You go right through the center of it. Yes, we did do a farmer's market. So we love the Claremont Farmers Market because we like to support local. It's our hometown, or basically Sean's hometown. He lives like a step away from the border. Just because it's local vendors and stuff like that. We went to his farmer's market, and it's like, I don't know, 12 bars, a hat store, and a ton of booths, a ton of tents down their street. I'd probably say it's probably twice the size of the one in Claremont as far as how many actual booths are there. 4 different vegetable vendors. You had meat vendors, you had CBD vendors, you had window vendors, anything you could possibly imagine. But a great time. What you can walk around, hang out. The bars that they had up there, the one that we hung out at had a band playing in the back, so they had a huge half-covered patio in the back. And the one thing that's really cool about Wisconsin that I haven't seen anywhere else is that during happy hour, if you buy a beer, they give you a chip or a token or something, or a paint stirrer, swear to God, and the next beer is free. So when you go up and you're like, oh yeah, I'm here for my friends, we're going to buy 5 beers, you get 5 paint sticks, chips, or whatever it is, and you just go back up and redeem it. So you're basically paying $1 for each beer that you get, and it's not crappy whatever beers, it's whatever you ask for. You want Mick Ultra, you want Heineken, you want anything you ask for. The next one's going to be free. Trying to think, we did so much. Oh, we did the fish dinner thing.
Yep, we did Bay Beach.
We did
Green Bay's Disney World.
Yep, it's basically it's not basically. It's an amusement park. Right.
It's like a carnival.
Yes, so it looks like a pop-up carnival, but it's there all the time. So it's a small amusement park. And the kids are kind of like carnies, but the food. All right, check this out. You go to a carnival, you go to anything. You get a burger or something like that, it's $5, $6. You go to Disney, it's $38, $50 for a burger. Up here, burger, $2.50. Hot dog, $2.50. $1.50. I mean, the whole meal for the 4 people in my family was $22 for that's drinks
and the rides. They have quite a few rides. A lot of them are kiddie rides, but they have one roller coaster, which was the Zip and Pippin, which was from Graceland, I believe. It's Elvis's favorite roller coaster back in the day. They bought it from them, but the tickets are only 25 cents a piece, and most rides are only 1 or 2 tickets. The most is the roller coaster. It's 4 tickets, so it's costing you $1 to ride the roller coaster. So like we each got $10 worth of tickets, and we both had a shit ton of tickets left over at the end.
And there's no admission. You just walk up to the ticket booth. I bought $20 worth of tickets. I probably had $14 of tickets left over. We took the train ride. That was 1 ticket each. I mean,
and the tickets never expire, so you could take these tickets 20 years from now, and they'll still take them.
Yep. The tickets, I guess, used to be 10 cents a piece, and they still honor those tickets. Like you don't have to pay an upcharge or anything like that. But 25 cents to do the double bubble. What was double bubble?
That's the buy one get one free. Double bubble.
Oh, that's what it's called. Oh
yeah. What's up, Frank? I heard there's a new cookie that was launched this weekend. Was that Orange Dreamsicle or something?
I think that's Nicole.
Probably Nicole and my mom. Yeah, we gave them all leftover tickets.
Yeah, I was like, here, just take the kids back here 17 more times, and you still won't run out of tickets.
And then after Bay Beach, we went to our version of Animal Kingdom, which was literally like 4 cages with some couple birds and a bald eagle and like a wolf.
Oh, I had a goose thrown at me. I swear to God.
He's not even joking. A Canadian goose was thrown at him by a grown
literally thrown at me. There was a guy sitting there. with his girlfriend, wife, partner, whatever it was, and he was talking loud enough so that other people would hear him, and he kept messing with the geese. So he was feeding the geese corn, the corn kernels, and they would come close to him, and he would try to grab them. Well, I don't know if you've tried to grab a goose. I mean, they're big. They're not little things. They're not like ducks. Geese are big. They probably weigh 40, 50 pounds. The big Canadian geese. And he ended up grabbing one from behind, so like this. And I was walking by the front of him, and he's like this, and the thing just started. I mean, its wingspan had to have been, I don't know,
huge,
5 feet probably. So it kind of blasted out, and he just took this bird and threw it at me. And I was like, did you just throw a goose at me? Like, I've never. So I've technically been goosed because I have thrown. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I know late in the party. What was my favorite part of Wisconsin, Nate? The beer, the cheese, or the bratwurst? Okay, I've said it quite a few times, not in the stream, so no, nothing against that. My favorite part of Wisconsin was sitting on Sean's dad's porch with all of us, with everybody. I mean, at times, there was anywhere at any time between 6 to 15 of us sitting on the porch. And when everybody got together, there was one night where we hung out probably for, I don't know, 4 hours, 5 hours after we got back. And we just hung out and we drank beers and the kids were playing. Everybody was having a good time. And it was very just calm and cool and easygoing and talking. And you just felt comfortable. Like I literally felt like I lived there for a little bit.
It was like high 60s. So it was like perfect weather.
Yeah, we had, and they had little lights outside, and we had the citronella candle going because there were a couple of mosquitoes. Nobody got banged up too bad. But I got to meet Sean's entire family. I got to meet, obviously Nicole, who took our kids in like her own kids, and with his mom as well, watching the kids for us. And his other sister Allison was there, and his mom, his dad, and his stepmom were there, and we were there. It was. Tom and Gary were there. Everybody was there. Brian was there, and we just all hung out and just laughed and told funny stories and just hung out. We ordered pizza. It really was like it was a really cool time. I really enjoyed Wisconsin.
It's like a bunch of neighbors just getting together on a Friday night and drinking.
Yeah, literally. That's what it was. Everybody who drove by, they would wave to us. People would pull over. Who was that? Who was your uncle? Who was your uncle that pulled over that day? It was in the. Your dad's like, "You want a beer?"
Uncle Bobcat.
Every time the guy said a sentence, he would whistle. But he was so Wisconsin. Like he was the epitome of speaking Wisconsin. Like when Drunk Nate comes out and it's very thick Northeast accent, this guy was just Wisconsin. Everything that came out of his mouth, his slang, his accent, everything was just straight Wisconsin. Nope, I didn't see any lightning bugs. We saw deer.
Yeah.
Deer.
No, I don't think we have lightning bugs up there. At least I haven't seen any in a long time. If there are.
In a jar. Nope, no lightning bugs in a jar. Yes, we met a lot of uncles. We really did.
I mean, at my anniversary party, you met quite a few. Well, you met my Uncle Mike a few times at the bars.
Yep.
Then a lot of my other uncles you met at the parties and stuff. So you met a lot of my family.
Yeah, it was great. Everybody was so welcoming, it was just a good time. Every day was a great time. We would wake up in the morning and go somewhere crazy for breakfast. Oh, let's talk about the size of Green Bay. You think Green Bay, you think the Green Bay Packers, you think Lambeau Field. Lambeau Field and the park, the area that I was telling you guys about with the football field and the parks and everything, that's probably the biggest part of Green Bay because I think the tallest building in Green Bay is 4 stories, right? 5 stories?
It's like 8. I think it's 8.
But it's only one building.
Yeah, that's it.
You can drive from one end of Green Bay to the other in 12 minutes, and you can drive all around Green Bay in like 20 minutes, literally with stoplights. It's not a big city. It's a very, very close-knit hometown feel to it. Every place you go, everyone wears Green Bay Packers stuff. There's nothing else. or Brewers. They usually wear a Packers shirt and a Brewers hat, or vice versa. What was the bar we hated? The Bar.
The Bar, yeah.
It was called The Bar. So after we did Lambeau for the things, we went to the brewery for a drink or two. We walked around that big field, and we went to a place called The Bar, which is right down the street. And we get in there, and there's like 4 tables that are busy. They're very, very big bar. And we went and sat at the bar, figuring this would be the quickest way for us to get served. All we wanted to do was have a couple of beers and get some snacks to eat. After about 5 minutes, the waitress said, "Okay," or the bartender said, "Okay, I'll be right with you." And you could tell she was tending to a table that was right next to the bar. Well, she stood at that table for 10 minutes. And we started getting a little antsy, being like, there's no one here. So then the manager, because that's what we figured was the manager, we could tell that they were a little bit short-staffed, or they were missing one server. And the manager comes over, and the daiquiri machine was right in front of us. Seriously, at the bar, right in front of us. And he starts pouring a daiquiri or margarita, or whatever it was, puts it on there, and just, and it's running and running and running. Doesn't even look at us. And just pours the drink and goes and takes it to somebody else. So we waited about another 6 to 8 minutes, and we just got up and left. No one said anything to us the entire time we were there.
Nope.
We went literally right next door to what was that place called?
Stadium View.
Stadium View, which it's what it is. You sit there, and there's Lambeau. It's a block and a half away. You see the big G on the side. The waitress was at our table in 30 seconds. Our drinks were out in 3 minutes. Our food was out 8 minutes later. I mean,
they were packed busy.
They were slammed. Every single table in there, and the whole bar was full. So just things to think about if you're thinking about taking a trip up there. If you want to go see a football game, if you like the cold, or I'd go now. Driving into Green Bay. Once you hit Wisconsin, you have about 2.5 to 3 hours before you hit Green Bay. There's nothing but the same barns that were in Twister. That's all it was. There was like 15 of those on the way. And then as you start getting closer to Green Bay, you start seeing cheese here. Best cheese in Wisconsin. Got to stop here. Cheese curds. 14 different flavors. 3 different kinds. Blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden there's an exit. 153? What was it? 173.
That was like 82 or something.
But you just pull off, and you are either 45 seconds from his aunt's house or a minute and a half from his dad's house. And everything is just right down that street. You drive right to Lambeau Field. Is 12 minutes, 15 minutes down that street. Like, everything's just right on this one street. Tons of brewery, tons of nice people. Every single person I met there was nice. We went to Simonette's, and it was pretty much all of us. I think there was 12 or 15 of us. Everyone, I walked in there with my Red Sox shirt on. I just wasn't doing the math early in the day to figure out where we were going to end up later in the day.
And who were the Brewers playing that day?
The Red Sox.
The Red Sox.
But I walked in, and it wasn't like, if you go to a bar in Boston, you're wearing the other team's shirt, chances are there's going to be heckling. Nope. Everybody courteous when you walk by to go to the bathroom. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, go ahead. Thank you. But super nice. Everybody we met up there was super nice. Bartenders, obviously, always friendly. And Bardice. I mean, you really can't beat the Bardice game up there. Like, it's on point. Sean's been teaching me Bardice now for over a year, and I still get. Do I hold it? But yeah, they'll walk you through it. They're very helpful. And Rum Runners, that's where I think we met like the nicest people, like group of people that were just, everybody was like, "Hey, how's it going? Oh yeah, whoa, did you see that? Yeah, but super fun. Wisconsin was definitely a place I would recommend going. Top 5 favorite places, hands down. What was your favorite part about Wisconsin? I'm done talking. I'm tired. I have to drink my drink now.
39 minutes and he's done talking. I always I hate the weather because I love hot and humid, and that's why I moved to Florida. So to me, just the fact that I have to put a sweatshirt on at nighttime in July really irks me. But I can't lie, it's pretty amazing when it's like that. Shorts and sweatshirt weather is pretty good. Just being able to see friends and family I haven't seen in a while, it's always a good time. So I always enjoy going up there. And the problem is there's so many people that want to see us when we come up there. Like, my phone goes off nonstop. Like, hey, let's meet up, let's do this. I'm like, I only have 2 weeks, which seemed like a long time, but it was not even close to enough time. So the way I handle it is I basically say, this is where I'm going to be on this day. If you want to come see me, and every day new people are coming out to come see Carrie and I and meet all of our friends. And even at our anniversary party, everyone's like, hey, where's those Florida people? Like, oh, you the Florida guy?
Yeah.
They all wanted to meet the Florida people. So yeah, it was just a lot of fun.
I will definitely say that I was recognized a lot more than I thought I would be. Oh yeah, you're the guy who does that thing with Sean. You know, the drunk guys. Ha 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 ha! You guys always getting hammered. Like, or I see you in the pictures. You're always at the bar. You guys look like you just have such a good time. Yeah, that was definitely quite.
Speaking of, this Friday we're finally doing happy hour after a 5-week hiatus. So we're gonna try to get some webcams set up so we can like do a live stream for at least part of the night. We probably won't be like talking like this. You'll just be able to watch us and see the ridiculousness that happens at our themed happy hours every Friday at Casa La Night Tiki Bar.
Yeah, definitely. You guys are going to want to see that. It's kind of like that same kind of a feel, like I was just saying, like it's a very hometown feel, homey feel. Like everybody that shows up there is cordial, nice, and fun, and it's a good. You guys will laugh. I mean, it gets crazy sometimes, but Sean's house is just so accommodating, especially for kids, because Kinley always wants to play basketball or ride a skateboard. Now that she's got her skateboard, or the kids are always active, playing forms of like Manhunt or something like that, or video games, or watching TV. And Sean's got 2 stand-up video games. Like it's a very family friendly, encouraging event that happens.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun.
I think sometimes the air conditioning breaks and Nate wants to go fix it at 3 a.m. when he's drunk and locks himself out of the apartment when everyone's sleeping, and the cops show up.
Yeah. If you guys haven't heard that story, I'll run it down real quick. I've told it 12,804 times. This will be 5. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I went outside just to everybody was passed out and I wasn't. So I was just kind of walking around, and I had my mesh shorts on because we were staying there. I had mesh shorts and just my, sleep t-shirt.
It's a Halloween party.
Oh yeah, it was after the Halloween party. So I went outside and the door shut behind me, and I kept trying to get in. I'm calling Sean, I'm calling Ray, and everybody's passed out. So I'm like, well, I'm stuck outside. I don't have my keys. I have nothing. So I was like, their air conditioner had broken. It was like 81 or 82 probably by that point in the house. I mean, It was warm. So I went out to the side because I don't know anything about air conditioners, but I know when air conditioners are broken, what they do. So I just went to go look, and the pipe was solid ice. So I knew that the condenser had gone. And literally from touching it and being like, ooh, that's cold, I literally stood up. I took 2 steps and I heard a car racing, like, because he lives in an apartment complex, but it's spread out building type of a thing. It's almost like villas. And this SUV just comes speeding by me and then like slams on its brakes. So I'm thinking one of 2 things. Somebody's going to get out and shoot me. Okay. Because it's 3 o'clock in the morning and nobody just guns it through apartment buildings in Windermere at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like the nicest neighborhood there is in Florida. And this guy gets out and he's got the vest on and a badge and he's just running at me. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I had already peed, so that wasn't going to happen. And he ran up and was here. Like, he was trying to avoid my nose, but it's tough to. But he was right in my face. And he's like, what are you doing out here? And I was like, well, my friend's air conditioner broke. I don't know a lot about them. I'm checking it out, but it seems like his condenser blew because his pipes are frozen. He goes, are you drunk? And I was like, yes, because and I wasn't going to lie because he was there. And he's like, have you been breaking into cars? And I kind of like looked down at the ground and I looked up and I was like, are cars getting broken into? Like, not trying to be smart with you, but he's like, where's your backpack? And I'm like, dude, I'm locked out. Okay. Like, I'm locked out. I'm drunk. And I went to look at an air conditioner. That's all I got for you. He's like, you're not breaking into cars. Let me see your hands. And I was like, hands? And he's like, whatever. And he turns around, runs back into the SUV, and they took off at like 90. Speed bump. I mean, I'm pretty sure they went into the sky and they just flew away. I think it was an alien. I'm not even sure that it was really like a cop. Ray said we went to Nats too. And
Naps.
Naps. NAP. and themes?
Well, I'm assuming you're talking about the happy hour because we do pick
Okay.
a theme every time. We didn't always have themes. That just started recently,
Yeah.
probably in the last like 2 months.
Yep.
We did like a around the world theme where we made like different foods from different countries. This week's theme is going to be trailer trash. So that should be interesting what
I
happened.
can't wait to see the outfits. Sean spent $70 today on Amazon making sure that his outfit and Carrie's outfits were going to be on point for this
By
evening.
accident. So my wife goes Amazon window shopping and puts stuff in the Amazon shopping cart, and I don't know what's there. So then I'll go and buy something. Like I needed to buy some record player needles today that cost $9. And when I submitted it, I accidentally bought the entire cart, which cost me $70. So we got some prime clothes for this Friday.
Speaking of which, we haven't done a shot in a while, so I'm going to do a shot. Because we used to begin every one of our streams with a shot, and then I would do like 40 drinks.
That Myers Dark Rum?
No, I'm doing a shot of Barbancourt 4.
Okay.
4 años. So.
Cumpleaños a ti.
I want to thank everybody. I mean, we've had a steady amount of y'all tonight, and we really appreciate it. And thanks for listening to our stories. I think you're really going to enjoy Friday. The parties are a lot of fun. We'll do our best to make sure that we at least look at the camera and do stupid shit. I mean, we're going to do stupid shit anyway, but at least look at the camera while we do stupid shit. You're going to see bar dice, so you're going to be hearing this a lot during the night. Okay, you're going to hear that all night. It's just
No, show them how Carrie does it.
What?
Show them how my wife does it.
Oh, the cups in Wisconsin are all smashed from people like smashing the cup down.
She takes it and then she like flips it and I just dropped it. So.
Oh yeah, the Wisconsin, they were flipping it and then smashing it down as well. Where was the other place? What was the last bar we went to? All right, so we went to a town.
Tippy Canoe?
Tippy Canoe. And also, by the way, just so you know, I love to support local. I love being local places and buying shirts from there just so I remember my times. I bought a shirt in every single bar that I could buy a shirt in except Simonette's because I just wasn't feeling the pocket. I'm not a big pocket guy. Plus, I think they only had 3 shirts and none of them were large.
Yeah.
But we went to a place called Tippy Canoe. The entertainment man that was outside was playing like a $40 My First Piano keyboard thing through a sound system and had a microphone and like wasn't playing in key, but he was singing. And there was, 30 or 40 people sitting outside. But when you went inside, there was no service in this entire town. But the name of the town, this is my whole point of this story. The name of the town is Urine. Like, no joke. Urine, Wisconsin. Okay? Like, there were the only houses that were even remotely close to the place were farmhouses. And I think there were 6 in the 40-minute drive that it took us to get down the road to the highway. But it was just all farmland. But inside, again, it was... their special was dollar ham, so HAMM. If you've never had that beer, I couldn't get it either because they were out of them. But it's $2 McUltras, $2 on everything. Chef on the White Dozen. Did I say Chef on the White Dozen? I talk too much. I don't even remember what I said.
I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah, I cry. Listen. If you want to get drunk the fastest you've ever gotten drunk in your life, you play the penny game. It's one person against one person. The game takes about 90 seconds, and then someone does a shot. If you lose, you have to play the next person next to you. And if you lose again, you have to do a shot and then play the next person next. So it just keeps going. If you lose 6 times in a row, you do 6 shots in less than 7 minutes or 8 minutes. I gave up. I was like, I can't do any more shots right now because it's only 5:30. We got here at 5:15. It's 5:30. I've done 6 shots. I'm not going to make it till 6 if I keep going. Cheers to everybody. Thanks for listening to the babbling. pretty good. What else? What else can we tell these fine folks before we kick it off?
I don't know. I mean, we've been pretty busy the last couple of weeks.
John and I cut Vic's lawn.
Yeah.
Which was 12 times higher than you should ever cut a lawn. It was literally like mid-shin, almost to the bottom of the kneecaps. But her lawnmower kicked right through it. It was actually kind of fun. She had a boat. I wanted to take it with me. Thought it would be bad taste to take a boat after you stay at someone's house. We never woke her up. That was good because she goes to bed super early because she goes to work at 3 a.m. So we were coming in at 1, 2. So by the time we got downstairs and passed out, she was just getting up and leaving, and we didn't hear her. She didn't hear us. We only saw her one time the entire time we were there.
Yeah.
Besides polka days.
Polka days. Oh yeah, there. Hey.
Downtown Green Bay, super cool Main Street vibe. Again, lots of bars, but we went to a place called, was it Loco? Was that the name of that store, Loco? So it's all all the hometown stuff. So anything Green Bay that you could imagine, they had in there, like homemade soaps, homemade candles, breweries from downtown, had some beers in there, pizza that was from like the place across the street, that kind of stuff. We had a really cool breakfast. I would call that place Betty's. I don't remember the name of it because it was just the whole place was Betty's. Every waitress was like, well, that's how they were looking at me. I wasn't looking at them.
Yeah. How do you like your eggs fertilized?
Oh, I did not spread my seed, but everybody had to embrace the Nate because I was there. They have a canal in downtown Green Bay, and it's like a boardwalk kind of a setting. So
it's the Fox River. It's a pretty big river.
And now they put like steamships or not steamships, but like cargo ships go down this river now and drop stuff off, which I had no idea connects to the Atlantic Ocean. If you think about how far away Wisconsin is, through all the lakes, all the way over to the other side, through New York, through Connecticut, going out to Rhode Island or Jersey or Massachusetts, however you're going to hit the coast there, it's got to take them weeks to get out there. It's wild.
Nate, just so you warning, I have 1% on my phone, so it's going to die on you. So,
all right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we started early. We'll end a little bit early. Thanks for listening to us babble about Wisconsin. We'll see you on Friday night for happy hour, and we'll go from there. Bye, everybody. Have a great night. Be safe. Take care of each other. Everybody give hugs. Bye, Sean. I guess Sean's leaving. I guess I'll leave too. Anybody want to see my fish tank again? Badger State Brewing.